Have you ever worked really hard for something, finally got it, and then thought, wait, why don't I feel happy? Not sad exactly, just empty. You hit the goal, you get the money, the job, the recognition, and instead of fireworks, your brain goes, okay, now what? If this has ever happened to you, congratulations, you're not broken. You're actually very normal. And today, I want to explain why success can feel depressing in a way that actually makes sense. Here's the first truth no one warns you about. Your brain loves the chase more than the reward. When you're working toward something, your brain releases dopamine, not when you win, but when you're trying. Every small step, every tiny progress moment gives you that I'm moving forward feeling. But the moment you achieve the goal, the chase ends, dopamine drops, and your brain kind of shrugs and says, well, that was fun. It's like planning a trip for 6 months, watching travel vlogs every night, imagining how amazing it'll be, and then coming back home and realizing laundry still exists. Now let's talk about another sneaky reason success feels heavy. You attached your happiness to the outcome. Somewhere along the way, your brain made a deal. I'll be happy when I succeed, when I get the job, when I make more money, when people finally respect me. But the problem with when happiness is that it has an expiration date. Once you reach it, your brain moves the goalpost. You get the job, now you need the promotion. You get the money, now you need more. You get attention, now you need to maintain it. Success doesn't say you made it. It says, don't mess this up. And that pressure, it's exhausting. Here's another part no one talks about. Success changes your identity faster than your emotions can keep up. For a long time, you were the one trying, the hustler, the underdog, the person with something to prove. Then suddenly, you're the successful one. But inside, you still feel like the same confused human who Googles basic life questions at 2 a.m. Your outside upgraded faster than your inside. And that mismatch creates anxiety, self-doubt, and a weird sense of loneliness. People assume you're fine now, that you don't need help, that you shouldn't complain. But success doesn't delete insecurity, it just gives it better clothes. And here's a funny but painful truth. Success can take away the excuses that once protected you. Before, if things weren't perfect, you could say, well, I'm still working on it. Now, though, you made it. So when something feels off, there's nowhere to hide, no someday to blame, no dream to chase to distract you, just you and your thoughts. This is usually the moment people start asking the dangerous question, is this all there is? And listen carefully, this question doesn't mean you failed, it means you woke up. Because real fulfillment doesn't come from winning once, it comes from meaning, growth, connection, and doing things that matter after the applause fades. Success feels depressing when it becomes the destination instead of the vehicle. The goal was never just to arrive, the goal was to become. So if success feels heavy right now, here's what I want you to remember. You didn't reach the end, you reached a checkpoint. You're allowed to feel confused. You're allowed to want more, not more money, but more purpose, more depth, more honesty with yourself. Success doesn't owe you happiness, but it does give you the freedom to go find it in better ways. And maybe, just maybe, the real win isn't the success itself, but realizing you're more than your achievements.